Have you ever really stopped to think about the car you drive every day? I mean, really think about the story it tells. Because it's about so much more than just getting from point A to point B. It's about status, it's about those monthly payments, and believe me, it's about the surprising price we all pay for that new car smell. Oof, you can just feel that, can't you? It's that perfect mix of pride and, that quiet panic in the back of your mind. It's that feeling of, I've made it, but with this nagging whisper that maybe, just maybe, you've stretched a little too far. That's the exact feeling we're going to unpack today. So, to really get this, let's meet someone who is living it. We'll call him Derek. He's the guy behind the wheel of that truck, driving what feels like a well-deserved promotion. The only problem is, it's a promotion his finances can't actually support. $52,000. That's what Derek's new truck cost him. Now, let's be clear, this isn't just a vehicle to get from here to there. It's a statement piece. But you know what else it is? It's a massive financial anchor he's just tied around his neck. So how does anyone even justify a purchase like this? Well, like so many of us, Derek didn't really focus on the total cost. He focused on one single number: the monthly payment. The dealer made it look so manageable, something he could just squeeze into his budget. But that, right there, is where all the trouble starts. So how did they get that payment down to a number that seemed reasonable? Well, to make that happen, Derek agreed to something that's become alarmingly common. He walked right into the 84-month trap. An 84-month loan? I mean, it is exactly what it sounds like, a 7-year loan. It's pitched as this helpful tool, right? It makes your dream car affordable today. But what it really does is stretch the payments out for so long that you end up paying an absolute fortune in interest. And the result? You're shackled to this debt for years, long after that new car excitement has completely worn off. And how much extra are we talking about here? Well, over the course of those 7 years, Derek is going to pay over $11,000. And that's not going towards the truck. That is just in interest. To put that in perspective, that's enough for a serious down payment on a house, or it's years of contributions to a retirement account. But instead, it's just money that builds zero wealth for him and goes straight into the bank's pocket. And, Derek is far from alone in this. As you can see right here, 1 out of every 5 new car loans is a long-term loan just like his. This has become a widespread financial epidemic, and it's hiding in plain sight on every car lot. And here is where the math gets truly painful. See, cars are what we call depreciating assets. They lose value over time, fast. Derek is paying for 7 years on something that will lose about half its value in the first 3. This creates a situation called negative equity. Think of it like this. You bought a $10 ice cream cone with a loan, but after just 1 minute, it's half melted and only worth $5. You still owe the bank $10 for a puddle. That's Derek's situation. He's trapped, owing way more than the truck is actually worth. So is this the only way? To get a reliable car, do you really have to fall into this kind of debt trap? No way. Absolutely not. And to see the alternative, let's meet our second character, Marcus. He shows us a totally different and much smarter approach. Okay, let's look at this side by side, because the difference is it's stark. On one side, you've got Derek, the flashy truck, the 7-year loan, a mountain of interest, and all the stress of being underwater on his loan. Then, on the other side, you have Marcus, a super reliable 2016 Honda Civic that's completely paid for. No debt, no interest payments. So instead of sending his money to the bank every month, he invests the difference and actually puts his money to work for him. The difference between these two financial worlds isn't just some abstract idea. It really boils down to one incredibly powerful number. And that number is the $748 monthly difference in their cash flow. And this question right here, this is the one that changes everything. Derek's money is already spoken for. It belongs to the bank. But Marcus has a choice. So what does he do with all that extra cash? $748 every single month. That's the massive car payment that Marcus does not have. And this isn't just money saved. This is financial fuel. Fuel he can now use to build the future he actually wants, instead of just paying for a depreciating asset from his past. Marcus's strategy is actually refreshingly simple. It's a 3-step process. First, drive a sensible, reliable car that just gets the job done. Second, aggressively avoid long-term debt, especially on stuff that loses value. And third, and this is the absolute key, systematically invest the difference.
He's turning what could have been a huge liability into a powerful wealth-generating engine.
So this brings us right back to our central theme. We need to redefine what luxury really means. Derek's story shows us that his so-called luxury truck comes with a heavy, hidden price tag. The true cost isn't the sticker price, it's 7 years of lost opportunity, thousands of dollars in wasted interest, and a ton of financial stress.
So I'll leave you with this question. What is true luxury to you? Is it the fleeting comfort of a heated steering wheel and maybe a few admiring glances from strangers? Or is it the profound, lasting peace of mind that comes from having complete control over your money and your future? As we've seen, the path you choose makes all the difference in the world.